48, and there is Kendrick Doss in for his second series of the night. He hands it off to Rock Thomas. Rock trying to turn the corner, does so for a short gain. Shoved out of bounds by Liberty's Jawan Wells. They'll give Rock a gain of 5 to the Liberty 43.
Not a bad first down play. Got great field position, pick up 5 yards on first down. Leaves you a lot of options on second down. Wouldn't surprise me if JSU's not already in 4-down territory this time.
Fake to Rock this time. Doss has Rock wide open in the flat. Rock's got it inside the 40. Picks up a first down. Steps out of bounds at the Liberty 33. Defended across the way by the Flames' Ryan Davis, their leading tackler coming into this game. But a first down for Jacksonville State.
Doss looking downfield. Finally picks up Rock. That's a nice catch by Rock. The ball a little bit behind him. And then picks up first down yardage. Good start to this drive by the Gamecocks.
Liberty brings the blitz up the middle, handoff to Rock, slams in there for a short gain. He was met by Solomon McGinney, the 6'2", 220-pound linebacker out of Navasota, Texas. They had a collision there after a short gain. You
got to like the way Rock hit it up in there, though. Tell you what, you get a little bit of a gap, and you're running the ball that hard, Mickey. He gets through there and got a big gain on the play. Like the way he hit it up in there.
Second down and 8 at the Liberty 32. Again, they bring the linebackers right up the middle. Pass is caught by Sanders. He's got a chance to break it. There's a flag also thrown. It's going to be a touchdown, but we'll wait the call from the officials. Sanders looking back like, did they get knee?
If it's not a formation penalty on JSU, then it's going to stand. But it could be a formation penalty.
Ineligible receiver downfield, number 4 of the offense. 5 yards, repeat, second down. Number 4 was covered up by an offensive player on the end of the line.
So what do you think there, Butch?
Well, I didn't see from the very beginning. Your wide receiver needed to be off the line of scrimmage. Obviously, the line judge there thought that he was on the line of scrimmage. When the inside receiver went downfield, that makes an ineligible receiver downfield. That's what the call was. Can't argue with it because I'd have to go back and look at the formation, but boy, that cost JSU big time.
Second down and 12 instead of a touchdown. Pass is caught. Great adjustment by Shaq Davison to catch that one going to the ground for a short gain to the Liberty 32. It'll set up a third down and 8.
Not really in field goal range yet.
Doss looks over to the sideline. Get the play. Plenty of time on the play clock. 15 seconds. Low snap. Doss has it. Goes deep for Terry. Shoots him in the end zone.
Terry had a lot of room to the inside. Man-to-man coverage. Doss has got to learn to put some air under that, Mickey, and trust your receiver to make the adjustment and go get it. He threw it on such a low line drive trajectory that has to be thrown perfectly. Even though the receiver was open, you're going to miss that about 50% of the time on your own, because you have to throw a perfect ball.
And they're going to line up to go for it on 4th and 7. And now we're going to get a Gamecock timeout, their third and final timeout of the first half. Also just noticing, Butch, Jacksonville State now has 147 yards of total offense to Liberty's 131. Liberty has done nothing offensively here in the second quarter.
And it looks like a completely different mindset as far as what they're calling offensively. To begin with, obviously they were putting the ball in Calvert's hands. and saying, hey, this is the guy that's going to either win this for us or lose it for us. But since then, they've gone to some other things. I'm not sure what their rationale has been for it. I like it for the Gamecocks, but I'm not sure I understand why Liberty has all of a sudden become a lot more conservative on their play calling.
Liberty only with 19 yards of total offense in this second quarter.
Stinnett, it looks like, is going to be trying what will be about a 49-yard field goal attempt.
And this bunch can block kicks. That's one of the things they do well. They blocked a kick to end the game and seal their 42-41 victory against Indiana State. But the Gamecocks will have to protect here. Good snap, good hold. The kick has the distance. How about that? Stinnett drills it. 49-yard field goal for Cade Stinnett.
Look, I'm not taking anything away from Stinnett, but he has not shown that kind of capability in the past during ball games, maybe at practice. Coach Gross certainly showed confidence in him, and Cade Stinnett steps up and delivers. Extends the lead for the Gamecocks out to 7. That's huge for the Gamecocks. Great job by Stinnett.
Yeah, he had plenty of leg on that one, too. But the big issue for this young man has never been distance. It's been accuracy. But he put that one right through there.
I tell you, that's a nice job. In a big situation, too. A 4-point lead. And you extend it out to 7. That's big right here before the half.
What a second quarter for the Gamecocks. They only had 29 yards of total offense in the first quarter, so now they've got over 100 in the second quarter. It's just flip-flop. The script flipped from the first quarter to the second quarter.
And that's with the calling back of the 40-yard touchdown pass. Imagine if they had included that one. And remember, JSU won the toss, deferred, so they get the ball coming out to begin the second half.
Let's see how aggressive Liberty is with the football here in the final minute 20. Obviously, they are very capable of getting down the field in a hurry with their 2-minute offense. And Hickson with a great return to get them started out across the 25 to the 28. That's where Liberty will take over 1st and 10 with a minute 14 as they bring their offense out onto the field. An offense, as we mentioned in the open, averaging almost 50 points a game and over 500 yards per game. And so far, they've been held to 3 points and 131 yards of total offense.
They do have all 3 timeouts left. But again, Mickey, you cannot say enough about the way this JSU defense has played here in this first half up to this point.
Let's see how the Flames play it here. First down. And they run the ball. Mosley picks up a couple out near the 30.
And they're not using a timeout, which I think is good for the Gamecocks. I'm really not sure why they've become so conservative, but again, if I'm on the JSU sideline, I'm glad they are. This quarterback scares me to death, as well as Golden, especially out there as a wideout.
Golden has been very quiet here in the second quarter. And they go again with Mosley, so they're playing it conservative here. Mosley picks up about 3 out to the 33, and they don't even have to snap it again. Little surprised they didn't come out and try to go for it here in their 2-minute drill with the 3 timeouts, but third down and 4 on what could be the final play of the half. Calvert looking to throw. Jackson was held on the play as the pass is deep for Golden, who catches it, but it's not going to matter because Darius Jackson was tackled back behind the line of scrimmage.
0's on the clock, Mickey, so even if it did count, time ran out, which again, you got 3 timeouts in your pocket.
But why didn't you do that on first down?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I
mean, you see what Golden can do there.
You got one-on-one coverage, which surprised me that JSU is not playing in that third down situation.
Holding, 74 offense. That penalty is declined. That is the end of the second quarter.
All right, so that'll take us to halftime. And Jacksonville State, after a rocky beginning in that first quarter, kind of got things turned around in the second quarter. Solid defensive play. They got a couple of big plays on offense, and they head into the locker room with a 10-3 lead. A great halftime show coming up, as Butch mentioned. It is high school band day. Should be a festive halftime.
Someday, in the not-so-distant future, it happens. The moment you realize you're ready for anything. Get a degree in emergency management from Jacksonville State University and be ready for where you're going.
A lot of people who may want to go to business and they realize, well, hey, I'm a sports fan and I want to major in business. Well, there's sport management. Taking the two things that I like and getting a degree out of it. You know, the sport industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it's our job to educate and train professionals so they're prepared to be able to go into the sport industry.
You know what's going on again at Popeyes? Here's a hint. Need a bigger hint? That's right, honey. It's the $5 bona fide big box. 2 pieces of my chicken or 3 handcrafted tenders. Your choice of 2 sides and 1 of my biscuits for just $5. Most folks' idea of a $5 deal is not a meal, honey.
We got this here giant burger and a soda.
That's not a meal. This is a meal. Come and get it while it lasts, because it will not last long. Oh, that's a big box.
All that chicken from Popeyes.
A healthy smile is a powerful thing. It deserves Delta Dental, the nation's leading dental benefits provider. We make it easy to protect your smile and keep it healthy.
And back at JSU Stadium, Mickey Shadricks and Butch Barker with you here at halftime. Jacksonville State in the locker room with a 10-3 lead over the Liberty Flames here on their home opener on a nice evening here in Jacksonville, Alabama. There you see the marching Southerners lining up here at halftime. It is band day, as we mentioned. We've got over 2,000 high school band members from around the East Central and Northeast Alabama area that are here tonight, and they are making their way onto the field. And Butch, here momentarily, we will see this entire surface here at Burgess Snow Field covered with the marching Southerners and high school band members.
Under the direction of Dr. Kenneth G. Bodiford, Mr. Clint Gillespie, and Mr.
And we'll go ahead and listen in to the halftime festivities here with the marching Southerners and the high school bands.
Lindsey Barkley. This evening, the Southerners will be featuring the Marching Ballerinas to an arrangement by Justin Williams of When the Saints Go Marching In. Instrumental soloists Caleb McDonald, Chad Jones, Braden Barentine, and Jackson Van Meter. And now, the moment that you've all been waiting for. The Jacksonville State University Marching Southerners. And now, join the marching Southerners as they welcome to the field the 2017 Band Day participants. Today we celebrate Band Day with approximately 2,000 high school students. We like to refer to them as our future Southerners. The Band Day participants, along with the marching Southerners, will begin by playing two of our traditional favorites. Salvation is created, and stars fell on Alabama. Next, they will perform the theme from ESPN.
Now, please join in as our future Southerners as they end
halftime performance with the JSU fight song. Jacksonville State University Marching Southerners and the future Southerners. Immediately following tonight's game, the Southerners
will perform a portion of their 2017 production, Angels Among Us, toward the home side of the stadium. The Southern staff includes Rodney Bailey, Noel Stovall, Jenny Stevens, Alternate Timothy, Jason Warren.
Gadsden, Alabama, City of Champions, located right on the Coosa River and at the foot of Lookout Mountain. Gadsden has plenty to offer, from vibrant cultural events, abundant recreational opportunities, and exciting downtown entertainment. There's something to satisfy everyone. Gadsden is home to a growing business community. It's the economic engine of Northeast Alabama. So stop on by and stay a while. Gadsden, explore the possibilities.
Want to show your Gamecock spirit and help Jacksonville State University? Whenever you buy a licensed product, a percentage of every sale helps support JSU. Look for the officially licensed Khalid hologram hang tag or sticker on everything from t-shirts to keychains. This ensures your product is made to the quality standards of the university and the vendor. Show your school pride and help make a difference on our campus. Look for the label when you buy your Gamecock merchandise today.
I can't imagine life without Gwen, but we came dangerously close.
I was having chest pains.
Luckily, there was a hospital nearby that quickly discovered one of her arteries was 100% blocked. A hospital with life-saving technology and the latest in cardiac treatment, with an experienced team of doctors and nurses focused on fixing Gwen's heart. What hospital had all of that?
It was all right here at RMC.
And we are back at halftime. Jacksonville State leading Liberty 10-3. A pretty interesting football game. First quarter kind of dominated by Liberty. Second quarter, Gamecocks got it going, and they have a 10-3 halftime advantage. There you see the great crowd on hand here for the Gamecocks home opener. And what started off with a lightning delay, a scheduled 6 o'clock kickoff was delayed till 7. But since then, really, we never had any rain, Butch. We just had the delay, and then
it actually cooled things off.
It's a very pleasant evening here in late September in Jacksonville. And we'll go to highlights now and take a look at some of the big plays from the first half. And you see Brian Horn scrambling around. Calvert getting sacked here by Darius Jackson. That was a big play. That Jackson's first and only sack of the first half. And you see Mosley getting the screen pass and picking up good yardage. And actually, this is kind of a defensive struggle here in this first half, really, Butch.
And you never would have thought that the way Liberty came out throwing that ball around. The big play, of course, for Barry with the touchdown for Jacksonville State.
That was the biggest play of the half for either team, and it is the difference in the game, a 7-point margin for Jacksonville State. And another, I think, key thing in that first half was, I think, when Horn kind of got off to a shaky start there, a couple of 3-and-outs, and then Kendrick Doss came in and completed a couple of passes, and then they kind of gave Doss another series. I think that just kind of calmed Horn down a little bit, that he came back in after that series that he set out and boom, hit the big pass play. So I think the Gamecock offensive coaches made the right call there, bringing in Doss for a couple of series in that first half. And I think that benefited Horn as much as it did giving Doss some experience.
And I would not be at all surprised if you talk with Coach Gross after the ball game, Mickey, that they had not already planned that the third time that they had the football to bring Doss in. Would not surprise me a bit.
All right, we mentioned it's been kind of a defensive struggle, and the statistics really bear that out. We talked about how Liberty came in averaging over 500 yards of total offense per game, and here they've been held to under 200 yards. The Gamecocks with 147 yards of total offense, most of that coming in the second quarter. In time of possession, Liberty with a big advantage. But I think an interesting element of this game in the first half is the coaching strategy for Liberty in that second quarter. They came out just guns a-blazing, and Calvert was throwing on every down, and then they come out in the second quarter, and they try to get the running game going, and they really didn't. As you can see, only 17 yards rushing in the game.
Yeah, and Calvert was 16 for 23, Mickey, and almost all of those incompletions came during the second quarter because they put him in third down and long situations when he absolutely had to throw. I questioned some of the calls there in the second quarter for Liberty, but I'm glad they chose to go that route. I hope they do it the rest of the game. Doesn't put nearly the pressure on this JSU defense, nor the offense for JSU, because JSU's offense has got to go out there and make first downs. You see only 4 in the entire first half. They were keeping that defense on the field. Liberty was shooting themselves in the foot and coming off the field because they simply couldn't run the football in that second quarter, and yet they kept trying to do it. And at the end of the quarter, Mickey still had almost 2 minutes left, all 3 timeouts, and you come out and run the ball 2 plays, let the clock keep running, then throw the long pass to Golden. He comes up with the completion, but the penalty negates that yardage. And man, oh man, Mickey, that was just a surprise to me. I hope JSU can come out here on this opening possession in the second half and take control of this game, still with a 10-3 score. Certainly the outcome definitely up in the air.
And we did our homework at halftime while the bands did a great job performing, and did find out that Case Dennett did set a new career long with his field goal in the second quarter.
Yep, beat his previous long of 48 yards by 1 yard, and a huge one. Couldn't come at a bigger time unless it was to win the game at the end than it did right here as he's able to convert on that 49-yard field goal and up JSU lead to 7 points. I think that's big from a momentum standpoint. JSU again gets the ball to start this second half.
And we talked about in the first half that obviously the Gamecock defense is as stout as ever. I mean, they're a great unit, and the Gamecock offense it's going to be a work in progress this year. I mean, you know, this was a offense that was so dominated by the play of dual threat quarterback Eli Jenkins for a couple of years, and now Eli's moved on, and you've got Brian Horn. We're seeing Kendrick Doss get some playing time tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if going forward that you see this same formula they're using tonight, because Doss is kind of a change-up. He brings a little something else to the table, and you know, there's coaches all over the country that are able to use a couple of different quarterbacks in their system.
And how many quarterbacks make it through the entire season and play every down? I mean, you've got to have somebody else ready. One thing that I think JSU's quarterbacks have got to start doing, which will open up a lot of things for them, are those quarterbacks on those zone reads have got to start keeping the ball periodically, Mickey. Keeping that ball on the corner. I don't care if you pick up 5 yards. That's a good pickup, especially if it's on first down. You know, so I think those guys have got to start making a little better reads. If those are read calls, you know, it may be that the coaching staff right now is telling them to give it, but I think that'll open up the options for the JSU offense.
Jacksonville State won the toss, deferred until the second half, so they will get it to begin the third quarter. And the kick is taken at the goal line by Jacksonville State's DeMarcus Flowers, and he returns it out to about the 20. And this is a big series here for both teams.
Well, I think it's huge, as you said, for both of them, because JSU can extend this lead out and really take some pressure off of this offense, even if they can just go down and get a field goal. But it's by the same thought process, Mickey. If you go 3 and out here and give Liberty great field position, they come down and put anything at all on the board, and they feel like they're right back in the middle of this thing and can win the ball game. A big opportunity for JSU to take control of momentum here with this opening drive.
First down, and there is that zone read you were just talking about. Brian Horn keeps it right up the middle for about 4 yards, maybe 5, out to the 24.
And that's a good pickup on first down. Gives you a lot of options for second down if you can pick up 5 yards on first down. So a great job by Brian Horn on the read, picks up 5 yards. JSU in good position on second down.
Liberty has been bringing those linebackers the entire game. The quick hitter to Terry gets a good block by Sanders, turns the corner, gets a first down. Crenwick Sanders with a really good block out on the perimeter. A flag comes in very late, right where Terry went out of bounds.
Yeah, really, really late flag. See what this is going to be, but great job by Terry of avoiding that initial tackle attempt.
Holding offense, number 15. Penalty is 10 yards from the end of the run. Replay, second down.
I knew the Liberty coaches were wanting that call to be made. It looked like, from our vantage point, it was just a good, clean block by Sanders, but the officials get him for holding. We'll get another look at it here.
I think that's, oh man, he did let him go. I don't say that may have been one where you just, you know, because you can use your hands now, you held on a little bit too long, but it did not appear in the replay as if that's what happened.
Instead of first down at 2nd and 9, here's a quick pass to Davidson, and it is a first down. Nice quick release there by Brian Horn. Shaq Davidson takes it out across the 30 to the 32.
Well executed. Good job protection. Nice throw. Nice catch. First down, Gamecocks.
Nice answer to the penalty yardage. They get the first down anyway. Here's Rock Thomas sweeping to the right. Rock with a nice move there. Takes it out of bounds at the 44, maybe the 45. So about a 13-yard pickup for Rock Thomas. His longest play from scrimmage tonight.
Yeah, and remember, JSU only had, what was it, Mickey, 30-something yards rushing in the entire first half. come out here in the second half. Brian Horn picks up pretty good yardage. Rock Thomas has a good running play, so much more effective here running the ball to begin this second half.
Consecutive first downs. Gamecocks have it out at the 46. Play action. Horn gets the pass away and just overshoots Crenwick Sanders. That was a great adjustment by Sanders when he was initially covered, then released. Horn saw what he was doing and just overshot him by about a yard.
Boy, I tell you, this is a great job by Horn and Sanders. Oh, almost a big completion there. Great job of adjusting, though, to the coverage that they saw.
Second down and 10. Once again, Liberty crowding that line of scrimmage. Low snap. Horn's got it. Delayed blitz. Gamecocks pick it up. Terry's got it. Crosses the 50. Got a first down inside the 40 and will be shoved out of bounds inside the 35-yard line by Liberty's Chris Turner. But a big play, another first down for the Gamecocks.
You can see why you want to get the ball out here to Terry in space. Boy, he's tough to round up out there. That's also the reason he returns punts. One, the sure hands. Two, how elusive he is.
So 3 consecutive first downs. The Gamecocks have it at the Liberty 34. Fake to Rock Thomas. Horn goes deep. He's got Terry and misses him inside the 10-yard line for what would have been a touchdown.
Oh, my goodness. Would Bryant ever love to have that ball back? I don't know if it came out funny out of his hand, but Terry had the defender beaten so badly.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 4 of the defense. 15 yards, automatic, first down.
And that may be the reason, because he had a defender in his face. But, boy, what a nice route by Terry. Take a look right here. He plants the outside, and there he is, wide open. Bryant had to get rid of it quickly and overshot Terry.
Jalen McKinney, the linebacker, called for the late hit and a whistle before the snap.
Trying to get the spot right here.
So they move it a yard further downfield to the 19. First and 10 after the penalty. Gamecocks now in the red zone, a chance to make it a 2-score game. Horn, quick screen pass. It is complete. And that is number 83, Landon Smith, for Jacksonville State. His first catch of the game. Smith, a redshirt sophomore out of Morris, Alabama.
I love the play calling here. Nobody up tight on that slot receiver. Take advantage of it. That's a nice pickup. You pick up 8 yards on first down. Little throw and catch. We'll take that all night.
Second down and 2. Here's the give to Rock Thomas. Right up the middle. First down and more. Rob fighting, and he's in. Well, no, let's see. Yes, signal touchdown.
You know, used to you weren't allowed to assist the runner in these situations. You can do anything now except grab him and pull him into the end zone. What a nice cut. And then here comes the help. You're allowed to push your running back in like that, Mickey. That's no longer a penalty. What great effort by Rock Thomas.
With an assist from B.J. Autry.
Yeah, B.J. needs to get about 5 yards credit for that rush. Nice effort by Thomas. And a huge score for the Gamecocks to open this second half.
And an injured Flame.
Hey guys, after the kick, fights on 100.
You know, his JSU offensive line has done a really good job, Mickey. And this is a young bunch. You know, they've only got 2 guys coming back that started for them on last year's team. But they've done a really good job, not only tonight, but especially here tonight.
There you see big number 99. Rolfs Ruson's coming off the field. Looks as though he's going to be okay. Cade Stennett on to attempt the extra point. Impressive drive to begin the third quarter for Jacksonville State. Gaston is perfect on the point after. So Jacksonville State increases its lead to 17-3. Get another look at the touchdown run by Rock Thomas and B.J. Autry.
Nice job by both of them.
Take more than 672 million breaths throughout your lifetime. Yet life is not measured by the number of breaths you take, but by the moments that take your breath away. JSU is proud to offer Northeast Alabama's only Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Therapy. Now enrolling tomorrow's breathing specialist. Breathe easy.
Crispy, tender, juicy chicken. Choose your taste and get to dip. Crispy, tender, juicy chicken. All the taste they got are kicking.
McDonald's new Buttermilk Crispy Tenders take juicy cuts of chicken and season them up just right. Use every last morsel of our tenders to get every last drop of our delicious sauces, like the new signature sauce or Sriracha Mac sauce.
And there's a look at the Gamecock scoring drive to begin the third quarter. 8 plays, 81 yards, 2 minutes and 56 seconds. Rock Thomas capping it off with a touchdown run. Couldn't have written a better script to begin the second half for Coach John Gross.
Really looked like that offense grew up a little bit, overcame a couple penalties on the play, Mickey, you know, on that drive. That was big for that Gamecock offense. See if the defense can keep playing well now. Uh-oh.
Well, a break for Liberty. They're going to have great field position after the kick goes out of bounds.
Well, that's not what you wanted, to give up that kind of field position. Liberty will get to start at the 35-yard line.
Now what do they do? You and I were talking during the break. They came out guns a-blazing in this game, kind of what we thought they would look like based on how they played their first 3 games. And in the second quarter, they just kind of went in the tank, really tried to get something going with the running game. They were not successful doing it. They only threw the ball on 3rd and long, obvious passing situations. Kind of think they got to get back to throwing on 1st and 2nd down.
Mickey, I don't know why they got away from it, but I'm glad they did. But, yeah, I think they go right back to the way they opened the ball game here to begin the third.
Yeah, they run the ball.
Wow. And they pick up a yard and a half. I don't know, Mickey. I'm not sure what the philosophy is here. You had that JSU defense, I say you, being Liberty, you had them gasping for air because they'd been on the field so much. And it's a lot more tiring for the defense than it is the offense. But, again, it's okay with me if I'm pulling for the Gamecocks, that's for sure.
2nd down and 8. Gamecocks bring the blitz. Calvert steps up in the pocket, passes away. Incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, Antonio Gandy Golden, who had a big first quarter but has been very quiet since then.
And look at what JSU did. You got man on the outside. You had cover 2 with the secondary where you got some help from your safeties, and you got those guys up front just turned it loose because they knew it was going to be a pass play, all because of that 1st down run that gains a yard and a half.
Big play here for the Gamecock defense. They'd love to get off the field quickly and pitch a 3 and out. Calvert back to throw. Steps up, zips it downfield, and it's nearly intercepted by Marlon Bridges.
Well, I like the change that JSU's made in these obvious passing situations. Instead of just the man-to-man, JSU, you see you got a free safety back here, Mickey. You got some help over the top, so these guys that are covering man-on-man can kind of take some chances underneath because you know you got help back behind them. Great job by the coordinators for the Gamecocks.
So here's Turner on for another punt. And Terry fields it at the 23 and gets about a 5-yard return up to the 29-yard line. Gamecocks offense will come right back on the field. And they have a 14-point lead here in our third quarter.
Education as we know it is becoming obsolete. The world keeps changing, but the way we teach our children barely has. And there is no one right solution to change that. Instead, it's going to take a lot of bright minds working together. At JSU, our goal is simple: shape the next generation of teachers and change education through how we educate. So if a career in education is in your future, well, then there's no question where you're going.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it in for free refills throughout the year. That's right, free popcorn for a full year. Your locally owned and operated Grub Mart, in business for over 74 years.
And there's Coach John. Got to love the way his team has started the second half here as they took the third quarter, first possession of the second half, marched down, scored a touchdown. Now they get it back for their second possession of the third quarter.
Knockout blow right here, Mickey. You got them down. This is where you got to put somebody away.
Handoff to Brock Thomas, slams it in there, picks up about 4 yards. He was met in the hole by Liberty's Ryan Davis, the redshirt sophomore out of Hopkins, South Carolina, their leading tackler coming into tonight's game. Be second down and 6 now for Jacksonville State. That is Trammell Terry. Picks up 3 out to the 36. Bring up third down and 3.
Need a conversion here. Keep this drive moving. Again, JSU up with a tremendous opportunity here to deliver a knockout blow. Got to convert here, though.
Hit as he tried to turn it loose. Crenwick Sanders was who he was trying to get it to, but he could not escape the pressure from the Flames.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, Sanders got to do a better job here. You got one-on-one coverage, and you are the only guy that's in this route. I mean, you're it. I don't care what you have to do. You got to get open here. You cannot let somebody cover you when you're the only option on a third down play. You got to make something happen. I mean, I don't care if you push off. You got to make something happen where we've got an opportunity to give you the ball. Even if we get a penalty on the play, at least we can come back and do it again.
They come after the punt. They almost get it. Kelly gets it out of there. Stubbs makes the catch at the 23, spins out of bounds at about the 26. And I tell you, that was a must stop there by the Liberty defense.
It really was. Like I said, JSU with an opportunity to deliver a knockout blow there. They don't convert on third down, instead 3 and out, and almost got a punt block there, Mickey, but it ended up being an outstanding punt. Good yardage as well as great hang time. Let's see what Liberty comes out. I'm telling you, I'm putting the ball in Calvert's hands. Like you said, I'm going to run the ball every now and then, but I'm letting this guy make the decisions for my offense. We'll see what they choose to do.
Play action on first down. They go for the big play, and it's incomplete. Intended for Farrow. Great coverage that time in the secondary for Jacksonville State by number 7, Gowdy.
Did you happen to see how many receivers were in the route that time for Liberty? 2. The 2 wideouts, and that's it. JSU's got 5 guys back there playing defense against 2 receivers on the play.
Second down and 10. And nothing doing at all that time for Kentori Matthews. There you see Jacksonville State's Jonathan Hagler with the big defensive play behind the line of scrimmage. That play will lose 8 yards back to the 20.
I'm not sure what JSU did to completely stymie whoever is making the play calls for Liberty, but they have them completely on their game beginning with the second quarter on, and for sure here to begin this second half.
That is the story of the game so far. This Gamecock offense just totally dominating this Liberty offense, and we've got a flag coming in.
Really late. From the back judge.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 2 of the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. That is number 2, first unsportsmanlike of the game.
Hagler kicked the football, and that's where the flag came from.
I'm telling you that. You talk about a huge mental mistake. You've just shut them down, going to get the ball back in excellent field position, and you do something silly like this? That's crazy.
Well, it gives Liberty some new life. First down at the 35. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. Calvert gets the pass away, and it is almost intercepted by Joel McCandless, the senior linebacker, as the Gamecocks had the receiver bracketed there.
Well, McCandless has lost a few pounds. Mickey gotten in a little better shape and is much, much better when he has to help on pass coverage this year than he was in the past.
He is also on the cover of the Gamecock football program tonight. He's had an outstanding career here at Jacksonville State. Second down and 10. Canlis over the middle is picked off. This is Bridges, and he returns it back to the 15-yard line, and this Jacksonville State defense is just absolutely taking over this football game.
What a nice play. Team-wise, great pressure, causes the overthrow. Big interception. Look at the change, the quick change that these guys make trying to get up there and throw blocks. Great field position for the Gamecock. Hagler needs to go hug his neck after making a turnaround from his mistake. JSU certainly with an opportunity to capitalize here, have to take advantage of it. Great job by Bridges. But again, complete team effort defensively here, Mickey. The pressure is what's caused the high throw. Bridges comes up with the interception, and then all those red jerseys out in front of him, and Bridges returns it all the way down to about the 15-yard line.
So Kendrick Doss gets his first series of the second half. Gamecocks with a chance to really seize control. Doss on the zone read, takes it in for the touchdown in one play.
There you go, boy. You talk about changing momentum. That's exactly what that interception did. Nice read by Doss and a great run once he made that read. There's the knockout blow we were looking for.
That's what Doss brings to the table. He is a very effective runner and gets the touchdown. Extended on for the extra point attempt, and it is good. It is a 24-3 lead for Jacksonville State. The Gamecocks have scored 24 unanswered points after falling behind 3-0 in the first quarter.
And look, I know JSU's defense is playing well, but Mickey, this offense for Liberty is completely inept.
We'll return to Burgess Snowfield after this timeout.
You will take more than 672 million breaths throughout your lifetime. Yet life is not measured by the number of breaths you take, but by the moments that take your breath away. JSU is proud to offer Northeast Alabama's only Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Therapy. Now enrolling tomorrow's breathing specialist. Breathe easy.
My dad taught me to fish right here years ago. But when an old sports injury started slowing him down, I knew we'd need to search for the latest procedures in knee and hip replacement. With physical therapy tailored to his needs, a dedicated team of doctors and nurses, and he'd want a fast recovery time. So where'd he find all that? Right here at RMC.
And there you see our third quarter score. Jacksonville State has scored 14 straight points here in the first half of the third quarter. And they have seized command of this football game 24-3. And they're just getting it done on both sides. Their defense is dominating. The offense has come out to play here in this third quarter. And now what is Liberty going to do? They are facing their biggest deficit of the season. And for the second time in a row, the kick goes out of bounds.
Different kicker, same result. Stenick kicked off this time. And Liberty gets the ball to begin this drive at the 35, which is not good for the Gamecocks. But my goodness, has this defense been dominating here in the second half. Mickey, we were talking about it during the break. Calvert, this offense as a whole for Liberty just does not even look like the same bunch that played the first quarter of this game. They only had 3 points, but it looked as though they were capable of putting big numbers up, and it just hasn't happened here for the remainder of the game.
And Hickson drops the pass on first down.
And again, look at the pressure. You know, I talked at the end of the first quarter. I don't think a Gamecock had touched Calvert back there at the quarterback position. Now every time he gets the ball, there's a red jersey that's close.
Second and 10 for the Flames. Looking to solve this Gamecock defense somehow. Calvert goes deep. He's got Golden, but he badly overthrows him down at about the 20-yard line.
Wow, that was a chance for them because Golden was 5 yards behind Neal. I think Neal slipped on the play. Calvert overthrows him by a long way, and that's an easy touchdown if he puts it where Golden can get to it.
You know, Calvert came out of that first quarter, kind of had that swag that he's had all season, but that is gradually gone away here as this game has progressed. Now an obvious passing situation, 3rd and 10. Gamecocks can pin their ears back. Darius Jackson not in the game, by the way. Calvert gets it away quickly. It's a completion and a first down to Farrow and much more. Farrow's got a chance to go, and he will. So that's a big play for this Liberty offense that they so direly needed here in this third quarter.
My goodness. Short pass, big gain. Missed tackle by the Gamecocks. Nice throw by Calvert. Great move. Got to use the sideline to help you there. Liberty answers, and now they're right back in it, Mickey, doing the things that we couldn't believe they stopped doing at the beginning of the second quarter.
Strike for the big play, their first touchdown of the night. Coming at the 8:08 mark of the third quarter. A team that's been scoring almost 50 points a game. And the extra point by Probert is good. Makes it a 24-10 Jacksonville State lead with 8:08 to play here in the third.
Now the offense needs to step up and help his defense out after giving up that big play. Offense go down and put some more points on the board, and you still feel comfortable with that.
Gamecocks got to be careful here now. This Liberty team, we talked all night about how explosive they are offensively. Really almost like they just need a jolt of confidence, and they got it with that play. So this is it's a big series for the Gamecock offense.
Yeah, I think it is big, Mickey. You were able to go out and balloon that lead like you did to open the second half. feeling really good about things with a 21-point lead, and just like that, it turns around. And there's lots of time here to go. I mean, you've got half the third quarter and all the fourth quarter remaining, but Liberty looked like they had pretty much just given up on any hope of winning this ball game until that big play. Now JSU's offense back up here, put some points on the board and maybe get their heads back down again, but they've got to take that initiative and execute here and get some points on the board.
Robert gets a leg into it. JSU, DeMarcus Flowers on the return. Doesn't even get back to the 20-yard line. Good kick coverage that time by Liberty.
Yeah, good high kick, too. Didn't go in the end zone. You had no choice of downing it there and taking the ball on the 25. Excellent kick coverage. JSU starts at the 18-yard line. And Doss is back in at quarterback. Only had one play on the previous drive when he scored on that run. So I'm sure they've given him another opportunity to direct this offense.
And here's the handoff to Rock Thomas. And they blow the play dead, a late hit, and they're going to get throw the flag on Jawan Wells, and that's kind of a tough break for Wells because he was trying to stop his momentum, and Rock had gotten up. I'm not sure Rock was ever down, but no, the whistle blew.
And I don't think Rock thought he was down, so he was still running. But again, Mickey, the key was that the whistle blew.
After the play, personal foul, number 54 of the defense. 15 yards, first down.
But again, really difficult there for the defender because he may be down, but Rock didn't think he was down. And because of that, he keeps running here. And so the linebacker wants to make sure, but again, the whistle did blow, and you may not have been able to hear it in that replay.
Yeah, Rock's knee never touched down, but the whistle blew. And as Texas A&M knows from today, that's all it takes to stop the play.
Yeah.
Screen pass to Shaq Davison as he is wrapped up a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, so that play will lose 2 yards back to the 35.
Yeah, very well defended that time by Liberty.
Play ball's 2 yards.
A little bit of a dangerous throw that time actually by Doss. 2 defenders in the vicinity.
Second down and 12. And the linebacker may have stepped into the neutral zone, or JSU may have had an offensive lineman move.
I think it's going against JSU.
Ball start, 79 offense, 5-yard penalty, second down.
The defensive man that time, Mickey, did get close, but I don't think he actually stepped into the neutral zone. Caused movement by JSU's left tackle, and thus the 5-yard penalty. Not a good start to this drive.
Second down and 17 now. Here's the Rock, unable to turn the corner, steps out of bounds at the 30. Play defended well that time by Diavante Brown of Liberty.
Third down and 16, 17. Not what you were looking for when you opened this series. Got one-on-one coverage out here, Mickey. You're not going to get a better opportunity than that in a third down and 17. Obvious one-on-one coverage.
Here come those linebackers again. Doss gets it out of there to Rock. Rock tries to cut it back, and going to say it's the touchdown.
Yeah. Again, whistle blew. Pressure was coming, had to get rid of the ball quickly, but again, Mickey, I've got to try with a third down and 17. I got to take advantage when you see it's for sure one-on-one coverage. If all you do is lay it up, just take a 2-step drop and lay it up. You certainly didn't have very much time because they were bringing more people than you had to block them in the formation JSU was in.
Yep, that was the call. They say Rock's left knee went down at the 25, so Gamecocks will have to punt it away. Kelly in to kick it from his 10-yard line. Gets inside the 40 and takes a Gamecock roll all the way inside the 20 and will be down at the 16-yard line.
We're one big play away from having ourselves a ball game here, Mickey. JSU's defense has got to step up. They've done a great job all night long. Gave up the one big play. Can't give up anymore. Again, this team will mature as the season goes on, or they will if they hope to have another OVC championship season. The offense and the defense have got to pick each other up when they have those opportunities.
Calvert to throw on first down. Darius Jackson gets to him, but he somehow gets it out of there to Mosley, and Mosley will be knocked out of bounds at the 10-yard line, so a loss on the play.
Boy, I tell you, Jackson was there, wasn't he? My goodness, he's a heck of a pass rusher. Take a look at this. Plays off the blocker. That's a heads-up play by Calvert, though. What a great job by Jackson.
Second down and 15. Calvert goes for the home run, and it is incomplete. Intended for Farrow once again, and he was covered by Gowdy.
Gowdy, an excellent position there. And Mickey, I'm going to have to comment on the fact that the JSU defensive back are not using their hands in situations that could result in a penalty as badly as they have been doing. I know they have really been stressing that in practice, and this bunch is doing a much better job of keeping their hands off the receivers so that they don't have potentially those pass interference plays being called on.
3rd and 15. Gamecocks trying to get off the field defensively. They swing it out in the flats to Mosley. Mosley is going to fight for the first down. I believe he got it out at the 26-yard line.
I tell you, had to be a breakdown there somewhere because no one went with the back out of the backfield in a 3rd down and very long. No one covers the back out of the backfield, and Mosley's able to run, and because of some effort here at the end, pick up first down yardage.
Big first down for Liberty. And first down carry for Mosley. He gets it out to about the 30. We'll call it a gain of 3. And Mosley tapping out of the game now. Hickson will come in and relieve him. Liberty goes to great extremes over there to shield their play calls from the sidelines. Have you noticed that?
I did.
They've got these kind of stand-up banners over there when they call in the play, either offense and defense. There's a slant pattern, and Gandy Golden, first time we've heard from him since the first quarter. He had that long catch before halftime, but it was negated by a penalty.
I tell you, he's a talent, isn't he? I mean, you can just tell.
You can get that any time, you would think.
I'm glad they don't throw it there every time.
Another first down. Same play the other way to Farrow. Little slant pattern. It's a gain of 12 and a first down at the Gamecock 44. So all of a sudden, Liberty kind of getting it cranked back up offensively.
I tell you, this Jekyll and Hyde offense, they looked great in the first quarter, were non-existent for half of this quarter, and for sure for all of the second quarter, but here they go again.
Calvert with a fake. Goes to Farrow down the sideline, and again, just great coverage by Gowdy again against Farrow.
I tell you, that is perfect positioning by Gowdy. I mean, Calvert gives his receiver a chance, but it would have to be one heck of a catch to come up with that one. Excellent coverage.
Second down and 10 at the Gamecock 44. Wildcat here. Hickson runs runs into Marlon Bridges and Gowdy at the 41. They're going to spot him down there after a short gain of 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
I'm telling you, if they're not within the 3-yard line going into the end zone, they need to take that formation out of the playbook. There's no way they're going to pick up big yardage on that. Of course, I'm glad, again, they're doing it. I'd much rather see them do that all the way down the field than I had putting the ball in Calvert's hands, because every time there's an opportunity for them to put it in the end zone.
So 3rd and 7. Calvert gets it away to goal, and it's swatted down by Neal, who did a great job of avoiding the interference call and just.
Yeah, if you get to see this at the end, Neal comes around and makes that knockdown with his right arm. If he tries to do that with the left, it's going to be pass interference. Great individual effort by Neal.
And Liberty will send on the punting unit.
Big stop for the Gamecocks. Now we need that offense to step up.
I'll tell you, this has been the busiest game of the year for punter Trey Tolbert. And Terry calls for the fair catch and makes it at the 13-yard line. So the Gamecock offense will come back onto the field, and Brian Horn will return to the quarterback spot for Jacksonville State. A flag on the play.
Not sure what we have here. This had to be something after the fact.
There is no foul for illegal formation. First down, Jacksonville State.
Well, I guess it didn't come after the play, Mickey, but I never saw the flag out there until right there at the end. Again, an opportunity for this offense. Use up some clock, put some points on the board.
Here's the give to Rock Thomas. And a great defensive play by Liberty's Solomon McGinney.
Bryant's got to keep that ball, Mickey. The defender there kind of faked him off, stood in there like he was going to take him, and then sprinted to Rock. Bryant keeps that ball. He's got some room in the middle to run.
Second down and 10. Linebacker stepping up in the hole. Here they come. Horn gets it out of there. Back shoulder throw. It is complete.
Wow.
Shaq Davidson with a great adjustment. Out at the 36-yard line.
Horn does a nice job, but look at this. Off balance and able to bring that ball in. I tell you what, that's a great adjustment to come up with that catch. A nice throw by Brian Horn. He put it the only place he could. He was under duress, as you will see. Lays it up there, gives his receiver a chance. Great effort.
Not so sure that he didn't knock the wind out of himself with the football.
That's exactly what happened. You know, on their sideline, they were calling for that to be an incompletion, but you could see on the replay that ball never touched the ground. Boy, that's a nice effort by Davidson. And that's a big play. Keeps this drive alive, uses up more of the clock, changes the field position big time.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Gives them a little more breathing room. So first down at the 36 for Jacksonville State. Very late in the third quarter, under a minute to play. Cuts it upfield in a hurry. Nice aggressive move there by Crenwick Sanders. Caught that football, didn't waste any time, and he comes up gimpy.
Yeah, I think he's cramping, but Mickey at JSU has been taking advantage of this. Strictly from formation-wise, they've got them outflanked with the defense that Liberty's trying to implement right now. They don't have anybody on that slot receiver until about 10 yards. JSU taking advantage of that.
2nd down and 2 for the Gamecocks out at the 44. Here's the give to Rock Thomas. Rock breaks it outside, cuts it back again, crosses midfield. 1st down Jacksonville State as Rock carries it for 9 yards down to the Liberty 48 on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Man, he had 2 guys right in his face and able to avoid them and pick up positive yardage here. Great run by Rock as we come to the end of this 3rd quarter. JSU with the lead, 24-10. We'll go to the 4th quarter with Jacksonville State leading 24-10.
NCAA Division I FCS football is a game of perseverance, integrity, passion, character, and sportsmanship. As he works to honor the game, every FCS student-athlete grows in his responsibilities as a student and as a member of his campus and community. Dedicated to personal growth and success in the classroom, the NCAA Division I FCS, every down, every day.
Everyone knows high-quality nurses are in high demand, but did you ever stop to think who's going to teach them? Because those people are going to be in super high demand. Earn your MSN at JSU and be one of the few who impacts the many. By 2020, the U.S. will need 80% of nurses to have a BSN degree. Earn yours in just 1 year. That's like 4 haircuts, 3 oil changes, 2 dentist checkups, and 1 Halloween costume away. Get started at JSU.
Walk into any of Thompson Tractor's 25 locations and you'll see the difference. For more than 55 years, Thompson Tractor has formed business partnerships with its customers, providing them with outstanding value and innovative products to help them build strong, profitable businesses. We've grown right alongside our customers, delivering a superior customer experience. Thompson Tractor, your one-stop source for first-class Caterpillar equipment, service, parts, and rentals since 1957.
Someday, in the not-so-distant future, it happens. The moment you realize you're ready for anything. Get a degree in emergency management from Jacksonville State University and be ready for where you're going.
And we are back for the beginning of the 4th quarter. Mickey Shandricks and Butch Barker with you as the Jacksonville State Gamecocks have a 1st down at the Liberty Flames 48-yard line. 24-10 as we begin the 4th quarter. And Jamari Hester and Brian Horn hooking up here for a 12-yard gain and a 1st down to the Liberty 35.
Excellent execution. Horn looked outside, saw his man wasn't open, came back to the middle. Great throwing catch. Sanders with the catch there. 1st down JSU.
And Hester is a big target too. 6'7", 210-pound redshirt sophomore out of Miami, Florida. 1st and 10, Jacksonville State. The drive continues now. This could really be a knockout punch here if Jacksonville State could take this down and put 7 on the board. Instead, they put it on the ground, but I think Horn was able to get it back.
Wow, I don't know how Bryant got this back. Just missed the snap, but able to fight and get that ball back.
Fumble was covered by Jacksonville State.
Near tragedy that time.
Oh, that would have been terrible, Mickey. We're talking about an opportunity here to maybe deliver that knockout blow. It would have been just the opposite. Liberty would have an opportunity to get right back in the middle of this thing.
2nd down and 12 after the fumble. Handed off to Rock Thomas, and he is met right at the line of scrimmage by Solomon McGinney. Play gains nothing. It'll be 3rd down and 12. McGinney's a good-looking player, 6'2", 220 pounds. He's had his name called a number of times in this game tonight.
Liberty has actually done a much better job of defending the run against the Gamecocks than most people expected coming into this contest.
3rd down and 13. Gamecocks with 4 receivers in the formation. Horn gets the pass away, and it is intercepted by McGinney. What a play. He blocked it first with his right hand and then somehow was able to catch it going to the ground.
Man, Mickey, you bragged on this guy. Did he ever read this well? Jack Stacy actually got a receiver open back there. I don't think Brian ever saw McGinney. McGinney goes up, tips it to himself, and then a nice athletic catch here to make the interception. One-hand interception as he brings it into his body.
That is just a tremendous individual effort there.
Again, Liberty with a chance still now.
And saves his team some field position, because had JSU punted, they could have theoretically pinned them deep, and instead Liberty starts the drive at the 36.
Yeah, you think at least to the 20.
1st down running play for a couple of yards. That is Mosley, and we've got an injured Flame down on the field there, one of their linemen. And that is number 66, Ethan Crawford, sophomore from Augusta, Georgia. Looks like he's in some pain, favoring that left leg maybe.
You know, at one time Liberty was 16 for 23 in passing, Mickey. Now they're 22 for 41. So they're 6 for their last 18, whereas to begin that it was 16 out of their first 23.
And this young man looks like he's in some pain with that left leg. We're going to have a replay here. I think they roll up on his leg right there. That is a lineman's nightmare right there.
Yep, it's kind of like the reason they put the chop block became a penalty, except in this case it pretty much happens in a legal sense. You're in there applying all that force against somebody that you're trying to block, and oftentimes a teammate rolls up on the back of your leg. That's why those guys wear those big knee braces too, though. Hopefully he's going to be okay.
So it'll be 2nd down and 9 out of the injury timeout from the 37-yard line. Just underway 4th quarter. Gamecocks home opener. It's been a good one so far if you're a Jacksonville State fan. Here comes the blitz. Calvert releases the football, and Farrow the intended target. But again, great coverage. Marlon Bridges and Yul Gowdy back there for Jacksonville State.
I'll tell you what, I think I'd stay away from Gowdy the way he's playing right now. He has been exceptional from the 2nd quarter on in his coverage.
So it's 3rd down and 9 for Liberty as they go in a hurry. At the 45, he's going to be about a half yard short of a 1st down.
I think they have to go for it here. 4th down, less than a yard. And they will.
Gamecock fans, the ones who have remained behind here in the fourth quarter, cheering on this JSU defense. Big play here early in the fourth quarter. And the handoff to Mosley. He dives ahead. He's got the first down, not by much, but he is going to have it at the 40, just across the 46-yard line. And Butch, I'm noticing, of course, as we mentioned several times tonight, Liberty getting a lot of national attention with their upset over Baylor earlier this year. Baylor's giving number 3 Oklahoma all they can handle tonight. Oklahoma's leading 49-34, but Baylor's first and goal against Oklahoma. So,
well, you can see from an offensive standpoint at time how this bunch can put a lot of points on the board, which even is more complimentary of what this defense for the Gamecocks has been able to throw at Liberty up to this point at least. Still a lot of time remaining, but again, only 10 points for the Flames. Not nearly the numbers that this bunch has come to expect. Again, averaging over 50 points per game and well over 500 yards per game.
Second down and 10 after the first down incompletion. Calvert trying to connect with Gandy Golden. Neal was right there with him, and a flag. Well, I thought that was a flag. Yeah, there is a flag.
Calvert's pass intended for Gandy Golden.
Whatever he's calling may be right, but my goodness, he took a long time to throw that flag.
That's been a great matchup all night, is Neal and Gandy Golden.
Holding, defense number 5, 10-yard penalty, first down.
You know, they've gotten Neal a couple of times tonight in this matchup, but I think overall he has played very well. He's played very aggressive, and that's what you want when you're going up against a guy such as Gandy Golden.
It is, Mickey, and, you know, he's not going to use it as an excuse at all, but Neal is not 100% coming into this game either.
So first down after the pass interference call, and the pocket is collapsed by the JSU rush. First man there was E.J. Moss as they sacked the quarterback 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That's an impressive rush by Moss. He turned the corner, flattened out, came down and got to the quarterback.
Excellent job by Moss. Had to fight through 2 guys trying to chip him. Stayed with it. That's just effort. Just great effort.
Second down and 16 back at midfield. Calvert over the middle, got a receiver wide open. He dropped it. It was intended for Damian King. The pass was behind him. That would have been a big play for Liberty.
Wow, would it ever. With a second down and long situation, JSU maybe with a little mix up on the coverage. Ball slightly behind King. Third down and 16.
Calvert, play action fake, goes down the far sideline. Gandy Golden could not haul it in. Again, outstanding coverage by Jacksonville State. That time it was Jonathan Hagler back there with Liberty's leading receiver.
Yeah, Neal had him all the way down the field. Hagler, you'll see, comes in at the end and makes sure that he doesn't catch this ball with one hand. And the best thing about that, Mickey, he doesn't come in and hit with the crown of his helmet and thus result in a penalty and an ejection. He comes in and hits with that shoulder below the head and neck area. So an excellent play by Hagler to knock that ball away.
So the Flames to punt it away. High kick. Terry calls for the fair catch and makes it at the 10-yard line. So Jacksonville State's defense gets off the field. Offense comes back on first and 10. 10:24 to play in the game. Gamecocks still nursing a 14-point lead.
Do you remember how great it was to be a part of campus life at Jacksonville State University? Maybe you should call Jacksonville home. Jacksonville is home to a growing and thriving community. Have breakfast with friends or a terrific lunch featuring Hall of Fame barbecue. Walk, run, or bike the Chief Ladiga Trail. Jacksonville is more than just a college memory. It's a place to call home. Come home to Jacksonville.
One of the real unique things about being a music major is that you start studying your discipline from day one. In other words, you don't spend 2 years doing your core curriculum and not studying music at all. Unlike most other college students, whether it's here at JSU or anywhere else, if they go to college, it's easy to get lost and feel like you're just a number. And at JSU, you're not going to feel that way.
And there's Cocky, the JSU mascot, swaying to the music here during the commercial break. Jacksonville State with the football out of the timeout, 1st and 10 at their 10, and Kendrick Doss is in the game now at quarterback for another series. He gets it off to Quinlan Sanders. Sanders gets by one would-be tackler and a big gain out across the 25 to the 28-yard line.
Well, I like the way this offensive staff is thinking tonight. You've got these guys stacking against the run. JSU out on the outside has a lot of cushion between themselves and the defensive backs. JSU taking advantage of it on that first down play. Much better field position now.
And here's the give up the middle. And Rock Thomas still in the game. He darts across the 30 to about the 32-yard line for a gain of 4. Gamecocks would love to just run some clock here.
And if they get points, that's a bonus.
Pick up a few first downs.
Be a really nice bonus, though, wouldn't it, Mick? Don't want to snap the ball till you're under 10 seconds on the play clock.
Again, spins inside, and Pyle moves up to about the 38-yard line, which will be very close to a first down, and it is a Gamecock first down.
That's good effort by Thomas here. Take a look. He makes this good break right there. That was the key, and then just good hard running to pick up first down yardage. Could give you 3 more plays at least.
Again with Rock. Correction, that is Tremel Terry in the game now for a gain of 1. What do you make of Kendrick Doss tonight getting some valuable experience in your quarterback?
I think you're going to see that the rest of the year, Mickey. You kind of mentioned that. I think that from the beginning, it's been the plan for the JSU staff was to use both of these guys. Again, a big part of it is because you never know if your quarterback's going to last an entire season without having a game or two that he might have to miss. I think these two guys complement each other well, and I think you're going to see this type of rotation the remainder of the season.
And a flag before the snap. Offensive penalty coming here against Jacksonville State.
False start. Number 73 of the offense. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Stops the clock. Now it starts back. So again, don't want to snap this thing till we're under 10 seconds on the play clock. That would be now 10 seconds remaining on the play clock.
And here's Terry trying to turn the corner, cannot do so. And again, there's that number 20, we've called his name a lot tonight, Solomon McGinney, coming over to make the tackle. We'll make it 3rd down and 11 now for JSU. Gamecocks milking that play clock and the game clock. Under 7 minutes now to play in the fourth quarter. Got Terry open. Terry turns the corner. First down and more. Cuts back at the 40. He's all the way down to the Liberty 36-yard line.
Boy, he's quick as a hiccup, isn't he? Wow. Nice job catching the ball with his hands. Watch him turn this thing up once he makes the catch. Zip. The defender had absolutely no chance.
And Doss did a nice job of looking left, then looking back right.
Man, that was all arm, Mickey. You see, he didn't even step that way.
And Terry, another reception. He's slung to the surface by Brandon Tillman, sophomore safety for Liberty.
I'm still amazed at how quick Terry turned that thing up, and the defender who thought he had a good shot at him never laid a mitt on him.
8 on first down of 6, 2nd and 4. Under 6 minutes now to play.
And already in Stennett's field goal range, we know for sure.
Especially tonight.
Right.
Zone read. Doss on the keeper. Breaks a tackle inside the 20. Inside the 15-yard line before McKinney catches up to him, but it'll be another Gamecock first down.
And look, give Doss tremendous amount of credit here for staying in bounds, Mickey. He could have easily gone out of bounds right here and avoided any contact. Stays in bounds, and because of that, clock continues to run. Very heads-up play by Doss.
Exactly the kind of time-consuming drive Jacksonville State wanted when they got the football back at their 10-yard line.
No penalties, no turnovers here. Come away with at least 3.
And Jacksonville State calls
timeout.
A timeout.
Jacksonville State.
That's with 5:12 here in the fourth quarter.
That's their first timeout. Hopefully they don't need them, but certainly not a bad time to take that one. Again, big opportunity here for the Gamecocks.
You will take more than 672 million breaths throughout your lifetime. Yet life is not measured by the number of breaths you take, but by the moments that take your breath away. JSU is proud to offer Northeast Alabama's only Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Therapy. Now enrolling tomorrow's breathing specialist. Breathe easy.
Want to show your Gamecock spirit and help Jacksonville State University? Whenever you buy a licensed product, a percentage of every sale helps support JSU. Look for the officially licensed collegiate hologram hang tag or sticker on everything from t-shirts to keychains. This ensures your product is made to the quality standards of the university and the vendor. Show your school pride and help make a difference on our campus. Look for the label when you buy your Gamecock merchandise today.
And we are back. JSU with a 24-10 lead. They've got it 1st and 10 at the Liberty 13 with 5:12 left here to play in the Gamecocks home opener this evening. A lot of fans have left the game, but it was a great atmosphere tonight when this thing got going.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what, this place was rocking during the hour we had the delay because of the lightning.
Hands off to Rock Thomas. Rock turning the corner, cuts inside the 10, and he's in for the touchdown.
Well, that's a nice move. A lot of talent under those shoulder pads. Look at that inside and then bust it back to the outside. Good blocking on the outside also. Sanders out there making the block. Great effort, great talent by Rock Thomas.
And Stennett's extra point is good. So other than been one kickoff out of bounds. It's been just about a perfect night for Cade Stinnett.
It has. It really has.
You know, you mentioned the hour lightning delay we had. We were originally scheduled to kick off at 6, didn't kick off till 7, but the new video board here at JSU Stadium played a big role in keeping these fans entertained here for that one.
We had folks, when I say this place was rocking, I'm not kidding. It's band day. There are over 2,000 of those students here, but that big board up there had these folks up dancing in the aisles, literally for about an hour.
The new Daktronics 80-foot wide video board installed here after last season, replacing the old standard definition board.
And Mickey, how about the honoring the basketball team that won the conference tournament and advanced on to the NCAA tournament? Honored those guys, and one of the highlights of that was showing the highlights from last season on that board. I mean, it's a really nice addition to the stadium.
So Jacksonville State now really in control of the football game, 31-10 now with 5:04 to play. Cade Stinnett kick it off for JSU. High but short kick fielded at the 15-yard line by Hickson. He returns it out to the 30, so Liberty will take over 1st and 10 from there.
I said to open this thing, I thought JSU needed 30 to win it. I don't know that they necessarily had to have 30 to win it, but right now that 31 looks really good on that scoreboard with less than 5 minutes remaining in this ball game.
And right now Liberty has -6 yards rushing in this game, which just shows you how stout this JSU defense is. Their total offensive output so far is 267 yards, about half of what they averaged coming into tonight.
And this pass defense has just gotten better and better as the game's gone on.
Average pass is incomplete again behind Damian King, who was open at the 38.
The Gamecocks have found a way to apply pressure to Calvert, not giving him much time. And these defensive backs, linebackers, entire secondary, they're just all over these receivers.
2nd down and 10. Mosley up the middle, runs into big Montrez Lang of Jacksonville State. And maybe a yard of forward progress to the 32.
And I know there's 4.5 minutes almost left in this game, but that play tells me that you're looking not to get anybody hurt and move on to the next ball game, knowing that this one is more than likely out of reach. And of course, that's just fine with the Gamecocks too. At times, very impressed by this kid though, Calvert, the sophomore quarterback for Liberty.
3rd and 9, holding on the right tackle, no flag though. Calvert just throws it out of bounds, and I think Coach Cross caught that one.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, how do you not make that call? The right tackle literally tackled the defensive end for the Gamecock.
And that'll force another punt here for Liberty. Let's get another look at the end of this. Calvert throwing it away, and look who's on the receiving end of this one.
Look it in, look it in. All right, you got to tuck it away now. Good hands there, Coach.
There's Terry, the ever dangerous Jamontez Terry. He'll have to call for another fair catch here at the 24. Jacksonville State now with a chance to milk some more clock here as we have 3:59 to play in this one.
You got to feel comfortable with Terry back there receiving those punts, that he's going to make the catch. You know, a lot of times you got guys that are maybe exciting on their return abilities, but you're not so confident in their ability to hang on to that ball. Terry's smooth as can be back there.
Well, Jacksonville State with their home opener tonight, Butch. Next week, their OVC opener at Tennessee Tech.
Yep, on the road. Tech not off to a great start, 0-3 this year. Coming into today's play, don't know how they're doing today, but not off to the start that you probably expect from them. But they'll be ready for that home opening OVC game. You can be sure of that.
Meanwhile, Liberty will return home to host St. Francis out of Pennsylvania in a 5 o'clock kickoff.
Looks like, and again, this is looking way down the road, but I told you, boy, you better mark your calendar for that Tennessee State visit to the Gamecocks on a Thursday night. Tennessee State has been really impressive to open this season. Won't surprise me at all if that's not the game for the OVC championship. Again, a long, long way to go before we get there, but I'd clear my schedule for that one, I'll tell you.
Officials taking their time sorting out things here.
JSU got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. I'm not sure what it was, but got a penalty, so backs him way up inside the 15-yard line.
Horn back in there, quarterback for Jacksonville State. And this is Terry on the carry.
Another penalty on the play.
Illegal formation, offense, more than 4 men in the backfield. 5-yard penalty, first down.
And not what you want to see in the final minutes of a game such as this. There you see one of the JSU linemen, Dylan Klein, redshirt senior.
Yep, he's one of those returning starters.
Looks like he's okay.
Certainly hope so. He's a big part of that group, and like I say, a veteran.
So Gamecocks going backwards on this possession. 1st and 15 inside their 10 now. Terry on the handoff. Can't escape the grasp of Devin Fisher. And Liberty saying the ball came loose, and now we've got another injury for Jacksonville State. This time it's Chapman, number 17.
Tight end. I think this is another case of the pile ends up, as you see. A couple of bodies landing on top of Chapman. You can see where that might make it a little difficult to get up afterwards.
2nd and 12. Terry up the middle, maybe a couple of yards out across the 10. Again, Jacksonville State just running clock right now. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
By the time they snap this, about 2 minutes and 10 seconds should be all that's left.
Gamecocks taking their time, milking the play clock and the game clock. 10 seconds now on the play clock. Gamecocks will keep it on the ground. Here is Terry. Gets a couple of yards out to the 15. So that'll bring up 4th down as we go under 2 minutes to play in the game. Well, another injury which would stop the clock here. There you see Big Autry getting up off the ground, which is good sign. Good news for JSU. Don't need another injured offensive lineman here late in the game.
No, that's for sure. Don't need the clock to stop either, which I think is part of his motivation.
There is the replay booth here at JSU Stadium. Have not had to use it tonight, which is a good thing.
It's new for this year. Now now available in the OVC.
And a fair catch called for at the 48-yard line by Liberty's DJ Stubbs. So the Flames get it back. 1st and 10 with 1:18 to play in the game. We mentioned Liberty in the transition to FBS. We were talking to some of their folks before the game. They will play their first FBS game as an FBS team next year. I think they said Old Dominion, right?
Opening game.
Opening game. Then the following year in 2019, they've got a game scheduled with Syracuse to open the 2019 season.
They actually have, according to the people that we talked to, their schedule pretty much in place for the next 4 years.
And it does include some matchups with some of the Virginia schools, such as Virginia Tech
and Virginia. Yeah, this program, like I said, they're excited about where they're headed. But the Gamecocks again tonight showing why we're excited about the opportunities they have in front of them and the things they've accomplished the last few years.
I tell you, if the Gamecock offense can continue to evolve in the post-Eli Jenkins era with the kind of defense they have, Butch, I tell you, there's a lot of potential for this football team.
I agree with you, Mickey, and I think they're going to. I think they're going to do nothing but get better and better with Brian Horn and Doss rotating into that quarterback position. And this defense, you know, they looked good against Chattanooga. They looked good, especially in the first half against Georgia Tech. But tonight, they have gotten better and better as the game's gone on.
Here's Hickson on 2nd down. He gets it inside the 35 for a gain of 4. We are winding down to our final seconds here of the football game. Liberty will have to snap it one more time. 3rd down and 7. And they stay on the ground with Hickson. And he gets it to the 32. And that should be the final play of the game.
Outstanding game for the Gamecocks.
Well, the story coming in was this juggernaut of an offense for Liberty. How they would match up with this JSU defense, and Liberty will finish the game with 285 total yards, well below their season average of 500 plus. Their coach Turner Gill and John Cross exchanging pleasantries down on the field. Two class guys who have a lot of respect for each other. You could tell that by the way they spoke about each other and each other's teams in the week leading up to this game.
That's a great win for JSU. I'm telling you, JSU made this Liberty offense look a lot less potent than they actually are. Mickey, I'm telling you, watch what they did in the first 3 games and watch what they come back and do again next week. This bunch is tough. We saw glimpses of it, but I think mainly you just have to credit the offense. The defense for the Gamecocks with just out-manning them, out-playing them, out-scheming them. Every aspect of it, this defense really stepped up and played well here tonight.
All right, a big win for JSU. Looking at some of the highlights there, you see a great adjustment by Shaq Davidson making the catch and Horn over the middle to Hester. Horn really settled down and played well as the game went along, and this is McGinney with an incredible acrobatic defensive play for Liberty there in the 4th quarter, and Calvert getting his pass away to Farrow. This was a big play for Liberty in the 3rd quarter. They kind of kept them in the game.
It did. They had an opportunity there. They were able to come up with another big play, getting right back in it. JSU's defense stymied them. Doss here, nice read, great run, stays in bounds, keeps the clock running, picks up 1st down yardage. And then here's Rock Thomas going in for a touchdown.
All right, so Jacksonville State with a 31-10 win tonight, handing Liberty their first loss of the season. JSU now 4-0 all-time against the Liberty Flames. All right, that'll wrap it up for us in our coverage of JSU football here from JSU Stadium. For Butch Barker and our entire crew here tonight, Mickey Shadrick saying so long on a winning home opening night for Jacksonville State.